My grandmother was the kind of woman who smelled like cinnamon and old books. Her house was my sanctuary, a place filled with stories, freshly baked cookies, and the soft humming of her favorite classical music. I was her only granddaughter, and everyone always said I was her shadow, her little echo. We were inseparable. So you can imagine my shock, my absolute gut-wrenching disbelief when her will was read, and my name wasn't in it. Not a single mention. The air in the lawyer's office was thick and suffocating. My uncles and aunts, my cousins. They all exchanged glances. Some were sympathetic, some were triumphant. I just sat there numb. Everything, the house, the savings, the little collection of antique teacups we'd polished together every Sunday, was divided amongst them. I was left with nothing but a hollow ache in my chest. It wasn't about the money, it was about the betrayal. How could the woman who taught me how to read, who held my hand through every scraped knee and heartbreak, just erase me from her life story? My Uncle Mark, my mom's eldest brother, placed a condescending hand on my shoulder. "Don't take it personally, kid," he said, his voice dripping with false pity. Grandma was old. Her mind wasn't what it used to be. His wife, Aunt Carol, nodded in agreement, her eyes gleaming. She probably just forgot. You know how she was. They were trying to paint her as forgetful, senile, but I knew my grandmother. Her mind was as sharp as a tack until the very end. This wasn't a mistake. This was a deliberate act. And it felt like a knife twisting in my heart. I spent the next few days in a fog. I replayed every conversation, every shared moment, searching for a clue, a sign that I had done something to deserve this. Did I not visit enough? Did I say something wrong? The questions haunted me, chipping away at the beautiful memories I had cherished. The image of my smiling grandmother was slowly being replaced by a cold, distant stranger. My own mother tried to comfort me, saying it didn't matter, but I could see the confusion and hurt in her eyes too. She couldn't understand it any more than I could. Then, a week later, I got a call from Mr. Henderson, the lawyer. He sounded different, less formal, almost hesitant. "Could you come by my office this afternoon?" he asked. "There's something else. Something just for you." My heart started pounding. Hope is a dangerous thing, but I couldn't help it. A tiny spark ignited in the darkness. When I arrived, the office was empty except for Mr. Henderson. He gestured for me to sit down, a small, kind smile on his face. On his desk was a small, old-fashioned tape recorder. "Your grandmother was a very methodical woman," he began. "She left very specific instructions. She wanted a week to pass after the initial reading. She said it was to let the dust settle and see where it lands." He paused, looking at me intently. "And then, she instructed me to play this for you, and only for you." He pressed the play button. A soft hiss filled the room, and then, her voice. My grandmother's voice, clear and strong, filled the silence. It was so real, so present. It was like she was sitting right there with me. Tears immediately sprang to my eyes. "My dearest Clara," she began, and my breath hitched. "If you are hearing this, it means I am gone and you are feeling hurt and confused. I know you are. Forgive an old woman her theatrics, but I had a reason for everything." Her voice was warm, filled with that familiar love that I had been so desperately missing. "I left you out of the will, my sweet girl, for a very specific reason. I saw the way your uncles and aunts looked at my things at this house. They saw assets, numbers on a page. They've been waiting, like vultures, for years. I knew if I left you a share, they would have made your life a living nightmare. They would have contested it, bullied you, tried to cheat you out of it. They would have sullied your inheritance with their greed." I could hear her take a deep breath on the recording. "You, Clara, you saw what I saw. You saw a home. You saw memories. You saw a life. You never once asked me for anything, except for another story or another cookie. Your heart is pure, and I could not bear the thought of their greed tarnishing you." Mr. Henderson discreetly pushed a box of tissues across the desk. I was openly sobbing now, but not from pain. It was relief. It was understanding. So, she continued, her voice growing a little brighter, I played a little game. I gave them what they wanted, the material things they valued so much. Let them fight over the furniture and the bank accounts. But your inheritance, my dear, is far greater. It's something they could never understand or appreciate. The lawyer then handed me a large sealed manila envelope. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside were documents, deeds, bank statements, and a handwritten letter. My grandmother's voice explained from the tape recorder. Years ago, I started a separate trust. I slowly moved my most valuable assets into it, under a name they would never think to look for. Your name. The house, Clara, is yours. The main savings, my portfolio of investments, all of it. It has been legally yours for 5 years. The will they heard only covered the remaining fraction, the scraps I left for them to squabble over. I stared at the documents, my vision blurred by tears. The deed to the house, with my name listed as the owner. Bank accounts holding more money than I could possibly imagine. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a betrayal. It was the ultimate act of protection. The ultimate act of love. They think you are left with nothing, her voice concluded, a hint of laughter in it. In a way you are. You are left with nothing to fight for, nothing to worry about. You are left with a home, a future, and the peace of mind to live your life without their shadows hanging over you. You were always the true treasure of my life, Clara. Now you have the keys to the treasure chest. Live a beautiful life. Make new memories in that old house. And bake some cookies for me, will you? I love you always. The tape clicked off, and the silence in the room was profound. But it wasn't empty anymore. It was filled with my grandmother's love, her wisdom, and her incredible foresight. She hadn't erased me. She had shielded me. She had given me not just an inheritance, but freedom. She had played the long game, and she had won. And in doing so, she made sure that I did too. My grandmother was the smartest, most loving woman I've ever known, and this was her final, most brilliant story. And I get to be the one to live out the happy ending.